like something scared me. Um, my hair doesn't always cooperate, so you know how that goes. Anyway, doing a little update on Loki. He is eating, he's drinking, he's doing his thing in the bathroom. Um, he still bosses me around, which is good. Right now, he sleeps good majority of the time, and so it's hard to tell whether cats are in pain or not. Usually, if they have a headache or something, they kind of butt their heads against the wall, and it shows that they're in pain. But so far, he hasn't been doing that. So he's been jumping up and down the bed okay, and everything else. I ask him if he's hungry, and he goes meow and looks at me, and I go okay, and I go okay, let's go get your breakfast or lunch or dinner or whatever. And he jumps off the bed and goes waits for my usual spot. So I'll keep you guys posted on how he's doing and everything. It's a day-to-day thing. They say with lymphoma cancer like this, it's anywhere from 3 to 6 months. Um, how should you put this? Uh, how long they live when getting cancer like this, and it's doing a number on his face right now. But he can still see, he can eat, he can talk a little. But you could tell he's kind of a little bit run down, not feeling all that good. So anyway, on to other bigger things. Reason why I did not do my chat yesterday was A, I was thinking about Loki. Two, um, did a little bit of cleanup, gonna do more. And getting other stuff done. Um, and I just wanted to, take a little break and everything. Today I'm doing a special on this, and to just keep on fighting back and keep insisting, persisting, pushing back, and slapping back. Yeah. Um, I can't understand Pam Bondi. The gal should know better. She's breaking every law in the rule book. And frankly, though, I think the woman should be in jail. Okay? She's committed a number of felonies, and she's not the first U.S. Attorney General who's gone to prison. Okay? Look at John Mitchell. During Nixon's time, he went to prison. Because he covered up and he committed felonies. And except Nixon, difference between Nixon and Donny is that Nixon was a trained lawyer. He knew what the law was. Okay? He didn't do all these antics like Trump is doing. So, as of yesterday, of course, you know that Donny went to Alaska, went to Elmendorf Air Force Base is where they had the meeting. And I felt sorry for those guys up there. I really do. I used to live up in Elmendorf. My dad, when he was in the Air Force. I hope Trump did not screw up anything there. But the guy should not be president. Donny should be in jail for life. He many of the hardened or the hardcore MAGAs, they need to understand that, and they'll be forced to understand that. He broke the law. He broke federal laws. Federal laws were put there for a reason because public demanded there should be some tough laws because things have always been, crimes were done against them. That's why the federal laws were created and put in place. And obviously the MAGAs, either they ignore it or don't understand it, and Trump ignores it and he doesn't understand it. Trump's an idiot more than anything. Um, hmm. So anyway, well, he met with Donny met with Putin, and Putin, of course, plays him for a fiddle. Trump is either not aware of what's being said or what's being done. He's a pathetic little bully, is what he is. That's what Donny is, a pathetic little bully. And he's going to be labeled that way. He's one of the first, how should I say this? Of all the previous presidents we had, we never had any problems, right? They did their job as public servant. And they follow the law, they help strengthen the laws, because, they see things and they say, hey, we need to put a little bit more oomph in it, that type of thing. With Donny, he doesn't listen to anybody or anything except for himself. Okay? And he needs to be pulled out of office now. Him and the whole cabinet, they need to be gone. Okay? Noam doesn't know what she's doing, even though she was sorry, that's my alert. The Mariners are supposed to play today. So, of course, both Putin and Trump conveniently crowded out Ukraine. Well, the discussion was about Ukraine, so Ukraine should be included in the discussion. But what Trump doesn't like and what Putin don't like is strong leaders that put their foot down and say, no, this is the way it's going to be. And if you don't like it, tough. But both Putin and Donny are scaredy cats of strong people. That's why they do what they do. But Donny is now in trouble, and the federal judge has sided with the Attorney General of D.C. and say you will not violate home rule. It was put there for a reason, and the federal judge blocked Trump. He said there will be a lawsuit, big lawsuit, and what Trump is doing is illegal regarding the D.C. police. You can't take over a police department. It belongs to the people and belongs to the city. Okay, that's the part he needs to understand. And the National Guard should not be there. So I think the injunction using the National Guard, except when you get permission of the governor and the home rule city of D.C., if they need the National Guard there. It should not be under the president at all. Even though the National Guard is part of the U.S. Army. But they have to have permission from the governors and permission from the mayor. So Trump didn't do that. He was circumventing everybody and everything, and that's what he's doing. Okay. So again, Congress, and I'll keep pounding this, and people need to keep pounding this. Keep bugging Congress. Bug them, bug them, bug them. Remind them who they work for, which is you. You are their boss. Now, I don't have to worry about it because I live in a blue state. I don't live in a red state. But the red states need to rise up slap their Republican representatives and senators on the heads and say, hey, stupid, follow the law. And you don't work for Trump. You work for the people in the United States. And I think the red states now need to start turning blue, solid blue, and crowd out the GOP. Obviously, the reason why Trump picked the GOP because it was in a weakened state. It was in a weakened situation, and it wasn't strong enough to fight back against Trump. Oh, if they were strong enough to fight back against Trump, Trump would have never been president. He would never have been a candidate. But I think now there should be a guardrail put in place, courtesy of the Federal Elections Commission, and they should have more teeth. They should be vetting, in other words, checking the backgrounds of all candidates that want to run for federal office. Do background checks on all of them to prevent issues like this. Now, Trump should have never been president because he has 34 felony convictions. Well, if you have a felony conviction, you have a heck of a time trying to find a job. Okay. Now, there are some companies that offer second chance programs, but if they're white collar crimes, okay, if it's not white collar like murder and extortion and everything else, they don't give them a second chance because it's already a violated trust of the public. So, another thing too, I thought that was so funny yesterday. J.D. Vance really got followed around and put this one pub. I don't remember the name of it. I think it's a cafe. Wasn't going to serve J.D. Vance. They weren't going to give him any service. And they're telling him, you better straighten up and build a spine. But I think Trump may have something over Vance. And, blackmail and extortion can get the blackmail person into getting blackmail, and extortionist, that could endanger their little activity. That could get them in trouble. Usually blackmailers end up dead because they pushed somebody too long or picked on the wrong person. I don't condone murder or anything, but it's called karma. So, I'm glad the judicial system is punching back. They really are. And Supreme Court, you better straighten yourselves up. And I think the men out of there should be kicked out. I don't care if it's a lifelong job. The men in there should be kicked out, and it should be ruled by women. Women Supreme Court justices, because they do adhere to the rules. They adhere to the law. Hey, look what happened to Greenland years ago. You know what happened there? Similar situation, except it wasn't the leader that was running the country, wasn't doing what Trump is doing. But they were, oligarchs were causing a lot of problems there. Well, you know what the women did of that country? They went on strike. They shut down and told the men, either straighten up or fly right. And a lot of the women ran for office, and one did become a prime minister of Greenland, and their government was run by women. And they kicked out the oligarchs, kicked them out, and said, this is the way elections should be, and no corporation should not be meddling in politics. You have to follow the law, and that's the way it is. The women were pretty tough there. Too bad we can't do that here. Um, but after all this is said and done, 2026, I hope next year that red states turn blue, all the seats in Congress are blue, Democratic and or independent. The independents always let me try this. Independents always caucused with the Democrats. They always have. They never caucused with the GOP. Okay. So, be sure to insist, persist, and push back. And let me check my calendar here real quick. Hold on a second. Okay, I'll see you Monday on the 18th. And be sure to stay safe. Keep an eye on the sky. And it goes on the East Coast. Stay away from the beaches and everything, because there's going to be a lot of riptides and everything because Erin coming in. She was, last time I checked the weather on that, she was a Category 5, approaching Barbados and some of the Caribbean islands. And so I hope we dodge the bullet. I really do. So keep an eye on the sky and stay away from the beaches, those that live on the eastern seaboard. And stay safe. I'll see you on Monday. Love to all, and thank you for watching.